Not streaming, right? Just recording.
Yeah, just recording. I'm doing the streaming now. So okay, I'll admit everyone.
Yeah, it says in the top right, streaming.
Not
Simply it's life. Without forest, without trees, no life will continue. So for me, it's life.
Oh, I could spin you one hell of a yarn. I could tell you about how waters once teemed with life and grasses rustled, parting for the bodies of big beasts and the nudge of small ones, and how we now often find ourselves
in silence. But by now, you know that story. So I'm going to keep it simple. And simply, I want to introduce you to Restor, a home for hope and collective action, a global community working to protect nature.
Because all I know, and I know for sure, is that if we don't protect biodiversity, we're in deep shape.
Coffee is one of the most industrialized cultivated crops, and for me it's important to show that there is another way. The more diversity we have, the more safe a system is. So you embed the farm in the forest, in an ecosystem that sustains itself. Yeah, to get that soul again, we have to acknowledge that we need each other for growth. A human being, our communities can only grow in exchange with each other.
And there are hundreds of thousands of initiatives like this across our planet, led by local farmers, communities, and businesses.
Imagine a platform that allows us to see this entire movement, where we can engage with just the click of a button. A platform that not only allows you to help the movement, but to become a part of it. Because when you know exactly where your goods come from, you have the power to impact global restoration with every product you choose.
We have a chance to not only imagine, but to enact something different. This time we're in will be looked back on. So the real question is, what did you do?
Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you all joining us today for another round of our new user webinars. Today in the call we have myself and Gwyn Watson. I'll be moderating the webinar today. We also have my colleague Anissa, who's joining us from Indonesia, and my other colleague Marina, who's joining us from Brazil. At some point today, you will be hearing from both of them. Just a couple of house rules before we start. This is being recorded. So for those of you that are watching this at a later date, that can't join us right now, also welcome. Throughout the session, please feel free to ask questions in the chat. We will then have a space towards the end of this webinar where we'll actually open up for some questions and some answers, and we can always revert back to some questions that have been asked in the group. Also, feel free to use the chat as a way of introducing yourselves, and introducing yourselves to each other as well. We are creating a network here, and we want everyone to kind of get to know each other and share information. So there is an opportunity to do that as well. Anissa, if you share the screen, what I will do now is I will run through the agenda, and then my colleague Anissa will take over for a short presentation, and then we'll run through a platform demonstration with you guys as well. So, however, before that, we've got on the agenda some breakout rooms. As I mentioned before, at Restor, we are a community. We have different actors from all over the world, and it's a really great opportunity, these breakout rooms, where we just put you in a room and you can kind of exchange some knowledge, exchange some contact details, and get to know the other participants as well. We'll then run you through a bit of background about Restor, because we know that everyone is new to the platform. So we'll run through firstly a bit of our background and when we were first created, and obviously we'll run through some functionalities and how to get the most out of the platform. And then we're going to have a little bit detail on creating yourselves. So if you are a part of an NGO, you're a part of an organization, how to create an organization profile on the platform as well. And then we'll open up some questions and answers for some question and answer time. So without further ado, what we will do is I will ask my colleague now, Anissa. We're going to split you all up into some breakout rooms. We aren't going to be in the breakout room, so it's going to be up to someone in the room to say the first thing. And just what we'd like you to do is just introduce yourselves, and if you're a practitioner, maybe talk about where you're working, or if you're from an organization, and what's your link into the sustainability space. So it just gives you an opportunity to get to know each other without us moderating that part. So Anissa's going to break you into breakout rooms. You'll automatically go in. It'll be for 5 minutes, and then you'll come back into the main room automatically. And then we'll continue with the rest of the presentation. So I'll leave Anissa to do that for you guys now, and I'll see you shortly.
Simply it's life. Without forest, without trees, no life will continue. So for me, it's life.
Oh, I could spin you one hell of a yarn. I could tell you about how waters once teemed with life and grasses rustled, parting for the bodies of big beasts and the nudge of small ones, and how we now often find ourselves
in silence. But by now, you know that story. So I'm going to keep it simple. And simply, I want to introduce you to Restor, a home for hope and collective action, a global community working to protect nature.
Because all I know, and I know for sure, is that if we don't protect biodiversity, we're in deep shape.
Coffee is one of the most industrialized cultivated crops, and for me it's important to show that there is another way. The more diversity we have, the more safe a system is. So you embed the farm in the forest, in an ecosystem that sustains itself. Yeah, to get that soul again, we have to acknowledge that we need each other for growth. A human being, our communities can only grow in exchange with each other.
And there are hundreds of thousands of initiatives like this across our planet, led by local farmers, communities and businesses.
Imagine a platform that allows us to see this entire movement, where we can engage with just the click of a button. A platform that not only allows you to help the movement, but to become a part of it. Because when you know exactly where your goods come from, you have the power to impact global restoration with every product you choose.
We have a chance to not only imagine, but to enact something different. This time we're in will be looked back on. So the real question is, what did you do?
For those of you that have joined a little bit late, there are some breakout rooms going on at the moment, but they will be coming back into the main room shortly. So don't worry, we're not just playing videos on repeat during this webinar. There will be some content shortly. Yeah, there's only a short amount of time left for the breakout room, so people are coming back into the main room now.
Yeah, actually 16 seconds.
Excellent.
And then they will have 1 more minute to close the breakout rooms.
For those of you that came in slightly after the time, please feel free to use the chat to introduce yourselves. If for example you're a practitioner, you're an implementer, and you're doing something in the field, feel free to write a little bit about your project. Sometimes we find these chats are a great way for people to connect with each other and make some valuable connections. Looks like the breakout rooms are coming back into the main room, which is fantastic. Great. Welcome back, everyone. The rest are coming back in slowly. There's still probably about a 30-second lag. Wonderful.
All back, Gwen.
Excellent. Look, I hope at least some of you found that useful and you made some useful connections. It's only a short amount of time. Just to note, we do some more extensive breakout rooms and community building sessions. Now you're a part of Restor, you will see through our communications, we communicate regularly about community webinars that we do, where there's more of an opportunity to kind of learn more about each other's work. But we just hope you found that time valuable. Right, to move on with today's agenda, I'm going to now hand over to my colleague Anissa, who will present about Restor, and we will then run you through a platform demonstration so you can get the most out of the Restor functions and features. So Anissa, over to you.
Thank you, Gwyn. So hello, everyone. I'm Anissa, and I will briefly introduce you to Restor. So let's begin briefly with some background on why Restor exists. So studies have shown that protecting and restoring native ecosystems have enormous role in fighting the climate and biodiversity crisis we are living. For example, a research from the Crowther Lab, where Restor was born, shows that protecting and restoring nature, of course, as long as combined with cuts in greenhouse gases emission, and it can sequester 1/3 of the excess carbon emission from the atmosphere since industrialization. And community-led initiatives are crucial to achieve it, since these are basically the people who knows local realities, native ecosystem, and how to restore them. It is fundamental that these people are supported, that they receive all the support and resources needed to carry out their activities. So this is why Restor exists. Our main goal is basically to provide scientific information, tools, and connection that are useful for those people making restoration happen. And but what is Restor and how can it support initiatives on the ground? So Restor is a free and public data geospatial platform. It's similar to Google Map, but it is made exclusively for nature. This is our map, and all you can see here are initiatives of restoration, conservation, and sustainable use of any type of ecosystem, and they are spread globally. And we provide these initiatives with transparency and connectivity. By transparency, it means that Restor is a space where organizations can tell who they are, what they do, and exactly where they are on the map, and globally can track their work with high-resolution imagery. And connectivity means we want to help make initiatives visible so they can connect to each other and exchange knowledge to collectively take the restoration movement forward. And of course, we also want to connect them to funders. So for site areas on Restor, we have a very large database with tens of layers of ecological and biophysical data. They are coming from global models that are published in peer-reviewed articles or official sources, and all reviewed by our Science Advisory Council. As you input the area where you work on Restor, we automatically do calculation for insights on biodiversity, carbon, water, land cover, including metrics that we are going to release soon, which is the risks and seed biocomplexity. So for seed biocomplexity, for example, you'll be able to compare biodiversity metrics between the current state and the near natural state of your site. So this seed biocomplexity index will be released during COP16 this year. And how can Restor help you, basically organizations or institutions working in restoration and conservation? So first is planning. So our ecological insights on biodiversity, environment, and land use, along with the high-resolution imagery, can help you understand the history of your site and support the decision-making about what intervention to take. And second is visibility. So Restor provides you a space to showcase your work, where others, including potential funders, can see you and learn more about your initiatives. And the more information you put in your site profile, organization profile, the better your chances in getting spotted by funders and others alike. So I highly recommend you to complete your profile with appropriate description and also photos. And third is monitoring. So beside planning, the data layers and the high resolution imagery can also help you track your progress over time. We currently host Esri Wayback that has around 50 centimeter resolution globally, and Planet NICV that has 4.8-meter resolution in tropical areas. And last but not least, the fourth is collaboration. So you can collaborate with your colleagues within your own organization or with other partners on the platform. And today, Restor counts on more than 208,000 sites. They come from 140 countries and summing up to around 67 million hectares of restorative actions. They are managed by around 21,000 users. They also affiliated with 2,500 organizations, and the platform itself is available in 7 languages to better serve you all. And also our community is very diverse. We partner up with some very important large organizations all over the world, but as I mentioned before, we really cherish having local community-based organization as a part of our community. In fact, our communication teams has engaged in efforts to promote Restor users through various channels, including social media. And I'll play you another video. This is a short trailer from one of our community member, which we recently released on our YouTube channel. So we have like a longer mini doc on it, around 15 minutes, but this is just a trailer, a short trailer. Marina will paste the link on the chat box, so you can watch the full mini documentary later. So let's enjoy the trailer for now.
The more we strengthen the resilience of the seed, the more we strengthen the chemical-free food movement.
ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਮੋਨੋਕਲਚਰ ਹੈ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਣਕ ਝੋਨੇ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮਾਡਲ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਦਾ ਹੱਕ ਛੀਨ ਲਿਆ ਚਾਹੇ ਉਹ ਜਾਨਵਰ ਹੋਣ ਚਾਹੇ ਉਹ ਪੰਛੀ ਹੋਣ ਚਾਹੇ ਉਹ ਕੀਟ ਪਤੰਗੇ ਹੋਣ
People have started monocropping their minds.
When this is happening, it's an eye-opener. You have to let the whole universe grow along with you.
This is our new seed bank. It will serve about 10,000 farmers.
Your life, your food is here.
Seed embodies diversity.
If we don't protect it, then who should do it?
Seed is the history of a culture.
So yeah, if you want to watch the full video, you can access our YouTube channel and subscribe to it, because we will release more and more of this kind of mini docs, so you can watch them and then start supporting them as well. And what's really important from this also is for you all to have like an organization profile on Restor, because like this basically will allows you to build your portfolio of your organization and apply for funding opportunities that are open through Restor. So I will show you that just a little bit. Let me switch to my browser. So this is how it looks like. You probably already have your personal profile ready. But here, when you just got your personal profile ready, but not organizational profile, if you click this Add to Map, there will be like this button to create new organization. Or you can also go to my Restor, my overview, and it will show you your dashboard where you can see like your site, collection, and also organization. So this part will be empty if you don't have organization profile yet. So how to add it? You just basically click Add to Map and your organization, or you can just click Add your organization here. Yeah, so basically you just put the name of your organization, the website. I think the format should be similar to this. And then select the country where your organization is basically operating, like the headquarters. This is just an example. And then continue. After this, you can choose like what best describe your organization, whether you are working for restoration and conservation, or whether you are a part of the government, research, if you are coming for research institute or universities and so on. So I will just choose this one, and the type of restoration that you do, for example. And then I recommend you to upload your organization logo if you have one, because it gives you better visibility. So you can select from your computer, and you put the number of employees or number of volunteers that you have in your organization, for example, and add the description. And then after that, you just create an organization. And after that, you will be able to see like your organization profile on your dashboard and link all of your sites, collection, and point of interest into this one. Yes. Yeah. And I think after this, I will play you the Restor demo. Oh, I think I I kind of skipped this one. Sorry, it should be before the organization profile. So let's watch the demo. It is just 5 minutes. Don't worry about taking notes. We will also send you the link to this one. So if you have any question, you can also ask during the Q&A session later. So let's go to this one.
Hello everyone, welcome to Restor. To access Restor, you can go to www.restor.eco on your browser. Signing up for an account will give you the best experience out of Restor. You can sign in using a Google account or any other email address you have. Once you are signed in, you can start exploring. This is our landing page. Restor is available in 7 languages. You can change the language by clicking the 3 lines on the upper right hand side. On the right side, you can see toggles for data layers, map settings, and other features which can help you explore the map. We are now exploring the sites, which can be the areas of restoration, conservation, and sustainable land use initiatives. I'll take you to one of my favorite restoration sites. This is a site profile of a mangrove restoration initiative in Indonesia. The site profile contains information about the initiative such as the name, organization, photos of the sites and activities, and contact information that can be shared through various social media platforms. And you can also embed your site on Restor through your own website by copying this code and pasting it to your website script. The site profile will also contain auto-generated scientific insights based on the best scientific publications and global dataset available. Here, you can see the data for biodiversity, tree, shrub, and herb species, carbon storage in above and below ground biomass as well as soil, net primary productivity, land and tree cover, and UVI, water, and other environmental metrics. On the About tab, you can see a more detailed description about the initiative, including when the initiative started, what goals they have, what kind of support they need, and also a button to get direction on Google Maps. Restor also allows you to co-manage the sites, and on this Connection tab, you can see the people and organizations who are involved in this initiative, allowing collaboration and better connectivity. One of the most powerful features on Restor, beside the scientific data, is the 2 high-resolution imagery that can be accessed directly on the map. Restor hosts the Esri Wayback that is available globally on 50 to 30 cm resolution, and Planet Nikvi that is available biannually for tropical areas with 4.8 meter resolution. Using this feature, you can visually track how the lands change over time and showcase your restoration and conservation impact. Another exciting feature is you can visualize the data layers on the map and put it side by side with the graph to better understand about the impacts. Now I will show you how to add a site. Adding a site to Restor is quite straightforward. You can click Add to Map, New Site, and you have 2 options. You can upload your geofile using these formats, or, just like what I'm doing here, you can click to directly form the boundary on the map. When you are done, you can click Analyze Area to get the preview of the scientific insights, and then you can click Save as a Site. You will be directed to a few pages to fill in information about your initiatives. You can add descriptions, photos, and at the end of this process, you can publish the site and access it anytime on the map. Besides sites, Restor can also host point of interest, which are point location of activities such as tree nurseries, botanical garden, offices, educational center, and many others. Restor also allows you to manage sites into collections, which are theme folder of public sites. You can add any public site into a collection on Restor. Besides organizing sites into collections, you can also link your site, point of interest, and collections into an organization profile. By having an organization profile, you will be able to showcase your portfolio to get better visibility and connectivity. In the future, we are planning to release aggregated insights, which allows organizations to measure impacts across their portfolio using the collection feature. Restor also wants to connect implementers on the ground to funding. You can access the funding opportunity page on Restor, find the suitable one according to your region and goals, and see more details on how to apply. Please look forward to our upcoming updates. You can check the latest update through our notification button. If you need any support, don't hesitate to access our support page or send us a message. Happy restoring!
Yes, great. I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, if you have any questions, please ask them on the chat box, and we will try to answer them. And you can also ask during the Q&A session. So for now, I will pass the baton back to Gwyn. Hi, Gwyn.
Sorry. Yes, sorry, I'm on mute. Just to quickly mention, before I go into this next part, the video clip that you saw about the Anadana film, this is a series of mini documentaries that we're actually doing about our users. If you'd like to go in and see the full length movie or the full length documentary or some other ones, you can go to our YouTube channel. Marina will add our YouTube channel into the chat, and just feel free to go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Because we do have some exciting new videos coming out towards the end of this year. We've been filming. So yeah, Anissa, if you can share your screen, I'll just jump into some future things. I'm just going to quickly brief over some things that we've been working on in the background. Now, what you see today on Restor, what Anissa just showed you in that video, is absolutely free to use, and that will always remain free to use. That is our goal. Open data, it's free for anyone to access, and we will always continue as a non-for-profit as well. However, we have some extra features, or there's extra features that particularly private sector and corporates are wanting from us. This is a product that we're going to be releasing at New York Climate Week this year and at COP16. It's essentially having a dashboard where your data is aggregated across portfolios of sites. This then can be used as a way of reporting, or particularly for corporates, it can help them contribute to against their SDGs or their TNFD requirements. So what you see at the moment is the site analysis per site, but with the enterprise version, for example, you could get aggregate data across hundreds of sites. So that's something that we are building. We've been working on that in the background, and we will be releasing that function towards the end of this year. Excitedly as well, Anissa alluded to it earlier, the seed metric. This is another spin-off from the Crowther Lab. Essentially, this is like a holistic measure of biocomplexity across genetic, species, and ecosystem level. Everyone will get access to this data layer, or be a data layer on the platform. And it will just give you this measure of 0 to 1. That will show you how close your particular area is to its natural state. So, for example, if it's a car park and it's a concrete, it'll be 0. But if it's like an ecosystem in its natural state, it'll be 1. Now that will be available on the free version of Restor, but if you want to kind of go in and have deep analysis, disaggregate that data and have aggregate across portfolios of sites, that will be a part of the enterprise version of Restor. Now, we will have more sessions about these products. We will be putting in our communications channels, we will be having specific sessions on these products, because obviously there's a lot to go into. There's a lot of questions that will be asked about them. So obviously, I just wanted to mention those in this session today. The third thing that we're doing, which is more exciting, is our Restore Connect product. This is very much because obviously we have this incredible database now of projects all over the world. There's over 200,000 projects on Restore. So we're getting a lot of interest from investment organizations or funding organizations that want to use Restore as a way of sourcing projects to fund. So just by if you're a practitioner or you're an implementer, just by being on Restore, having a transparent profile where you've added pictures, you've added in descriptions, you've added in your metadata, you can become more visible to funders. Also, another thing, to a step further, what we're doing, we're actually contacting organizations individually and seeing if they want to be part of portfolios to essentially be recommended to our funding partners. So our funding partners will often come to us and ask us, can you put together a portfolio of projects in a certain intervention in a certain region? Can you do that for us? So we will go ahead and kind of look into our platform where we have projects in those that fit those criteria, and we'll create those portfolios. Obviously, we contact the organization first to make sure they want to be a part of them and they want to be recommended for funding. But that's a process that we're doing at the moment, and something that we will continue to build out end of this year and next year as well. So that's a very exciting part of this for us, because a core part of our mission is how can we help distribute that wealth, and how can we narrow that funding gap into projects on the ground. So yeah, we are really working on different strategies to do that and to best facilitate that process. So look, I won't go into any more about that. I think now Anissa, we can maybe open this up a little bit, and we can see if there are any questions about the platform or anything about what we've said that people want to ask. Please just raise your hand and we can kind of go through and take questions individually if people have anything. I don't know, Marina, if there's been anything in the chat that you want to kind of get things moving with.
Yeah, there is actually. Can I go ahead and ask the question?
Sure. Yeah.
Anissa, maybe if you'd like to share your screen, there is one that was a little too complex for me to answer on the chat, and I think it's easier if you share your screen and show them. Ashman said, if two organizations have Restor profiles and have worked together on a project, and one organization has uploaded a site on the platform, how can we now link the site to both organizations without duplicating? So I think you could tell them about linking organizations to each other and also link a site to two organizations.
Okay, let me change my account first. I need to be another account for this one. Yeah. Let me share my screen again. Okay. So yeah, this is one example. For example, if you go to my Restor, my overview, you already have like your own organization profile. For example, this one, this is the organization profile. You can go edit organization. And then you can here, you have place to change your general information, add more things to your contacts, social media, and so on. And here there's a part of partner organization. So if both organization is already on Restor, have organization profile on Restor, what you need to do just to type in the name of other organization. For example, I can type in Restor and I can add Restor as my partner. But of course, you will need to ask permission for them. Like right now, like the permission thing is more of a direct one, so you need to ask them directly, not through the platform. But yeah, you can basically just do this and then add them as partner organization just by clicking this one, and it will be shown in your organization profile later. So for example, I can give you an example of Terraformation, who has probably has the best organization profile on Restor. So far, they have a lot of partners. So once you add your partner organizations here, it will be shown in your organization profile, that partner organization. So all of these are their partners. So this how it will be shown on Restor and how you do it basically. Yes. Any other questions? Marina, I think I saw some questions.
Yeah, there are. Diego asked a couple of questions. First, is it possible to feature different restoration sites in different... Oh, sorry. No, this is the one I just... Oh, no, it's the same. It's similar to the other one. Is it possible to feature different restoration sites in different countries under one project? And then we can show him about collections. And is Restor a good platform to give a project visibility and network with others?
Well, of course, I think to both of the questions. So we have this collection feature. It is basically like a folder of sites. So when you make a collection, you can add like the sites. So, you know, like for example, this one, all of the sites from like the same project, you can add it to the collection. It doesn't matter whether it is in the same country or it is in the different country. You can always make collection of all of the sites and call the collection as a project, like name the collection as the project. And you can then connect the collections into your organization profile, so it will show in your organization profile. And is Restor a good platform to give project visibility and network it with others? That's basically what we are trying to do. We want, you know, like projects, whether they already have website or not, to get their profile on Restor so that you can easily searchable. I mean, because like in Google Map, for example, of course you can put yourself in, but there's no filter for nature sites on Google Map. But here on Restor, everything is already filtered to project that is related to nature. So this is like Restor is like the go-to Google Map for nature projects. And for networking with others, so on Restor, if you search through organization profile, you can always look for their emails or contact details or social media, so you can start you know, contacting them. You can also try to find, for example, like sites or organizations that is close to your area to start, you know, exchanging things and learn. Yeah. So what you can do, we cannot do this on platform right now. So basically, what you can do is clicking like the email button to send an email or accessing their social media. Yeah.
Thanks, Anissa. Anissa, I think if you stop sharing your screen, I think we have a couple of people got their hands up, so it might be worth having a look to see. I can see CHC Agritech. Is it Ruby Ross?
Yes, hello. Good day. Yeah. My name is Ruby Ross, founder a startup in Nigeria. I'm from the Philippines, but my venture is a profit venture in Nigeria. As Nigeria, we all know, produces the top 6 country producing oil. So there's a lot of oil spills affecting agricultural, livelihoods. So is oil spills part of it? And my solution revolves around consortium of microorganisms for land restoration. So we really want to venture on this because it's really a great opportunity as well. The fundings are there, and the people are really suffering in the villages. So could Restore help us on this one? Maybe guide us?
Yeah, look, I think with particularly cases like this, Restore, I think, is a great way of storytelling. Firstly, storytelling about your project. So, and then bringing visibility and transparency to what you're doing on the ground. So whether you're, I didn't totally get. Are you also involved in restoration directly as well at your project at site level, or are you, or is it just
Well,
directly?
basically, Yeah, basically our product, we started with sustainable agriculture, and then later we now found out that most soils are affected by oil spills, and we found that our solution is able to recover these soils. And so we're embarking into creating more proof of concepts, and that's why we need something that can measure the data. Yeah, a simple tool that can measure the data so we can scale our work.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Incredible. I think the best thing for you to do would be to map these projects on the platform first. So firstly, create an organization profile for your organization. And within that, within the descriptions, you can kind of set out your missions, your objectives of what you're trying to achieve within your organization. And then if you then you can then map your projects, so you create those polygons and put them on the platform, and then you can see what these analytics, the data are providing you. And also, just if you have some questions about the science, the data, or how to interpret that, you can always just contact us, and we'll be happy to kind of go in and have a bit more of a debrief on you. Maybe particularly the seed metric, which is going to be this sort of biodiversity measure, could be of something that's of particular interest to you guys as well. So absolutely, I think the first protocol would be to map your projects and then have a look at the data to see what the data is sort of what analytics you're getting out of those data sets. And then again, as I just said, please then get in touch if there's any further interpretations that you want particular help with.
Just a follow-up, Guinant, I hope I said it correctly. So no matter, let's say, how small the maybe the soil area, maybe a 10 square meter area, no matter how small it is it possible for us to start around there and measure the data, soil analysis, and all biodiversity before and after?
Yeah, so like when you upload your site, what you can see, you can go into the site and go into the data layers, and you can have a look at the spatial resolutions. Obviously, when your sites are particularly small, the resolution of the data doesn't always. It also incorporates the areas outside of your site.
I get you.
So yeah, it's not because these are all global data sets. So obviously, like you have to take it with a certain level of accuracy in that respect. Like, of course, on the ground data is always going to be more accurate, but yeah, this is kind of like giving you a real base layer. But
sorry, last one. So the desirable size would be like, what do you recommend? The desirable size we could start.
There's definitely no desirable size. I think if you take the average size on Restor of uploaded sites, it's about 1.2 hectares. But also that we have some huge landscape projects on the Restor, like the WWF. We have a partnership with I know there's some WWF members on this call today, with FLR Africa, where they're uploading their landscape polygons. So we're talking about thousands of hectares, but we have people on the platform who've just uploaded their back garden. So yeah, for me, it's more around just use the platform as a way of testing. There's also when you're uploading a site, so you can actually, if it's a test site, for example, and I'm not advising everyone to do this, but you can do this. And you can make it private, so it's not actually on the map. So you can just upload a test site, make it private, and then get the analytics out of that. So we do have that option as well. Obviously, if everybody made their sites private and they were all test sites, we would fail as a mission of trying to bring transparency to the restoration movement. But there is the ability for you to do that. Marina and Issa, I don't know whether you have anything to add to that, but yeah, I hope that answered your question.
So regarding the size, I think like our limit is around 30 square meters, but we still have like sites that are as small as like 10 square meters on the platform. I can show you just one example of this one. For example, like there are a lot of projects doing Miyawaki forests, basically micro-urban forest on Restor, and here, for example, the size of this site is only like around 10 square meters. And as long as you can draw it on our map, and it is processed to, like, if you click analyze, it goes to the next page, then that's all. Like it basically, you can get measurement for that one. You can get the metrics for that one.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy about this too. Thank you so much.
With the seed metric, so the seed metric that we've been talking about, which we will do another session on, and I welcome you all to join us, because that'll be a particularly interesting session, because the seed metric is basically taking over 400 biodiversity metrics and compressing them and condensing them into one. This is what the team have been working on over the last few years. The eventual goal in 2025 is to have that by 30 by 30. So that gives you some sort of indication of accuracy levels of what you'll be able to get out of that. So yeah, I hope that helps. I don't know. Does anyone else have a question? Are there any more hands up, or have there been any more in the chat? No, I think
nothing on the chat, Gwen.
Okay. Well, look, this has been a great session. Look, I've particularly enjoyed going through the chats and everyone who's been sort of letting us know where you are and who you are and what you've been doing. Look, a goal of ours again is to kind of build out this community, build out this knowledge share, and build out this connection. We have been thinking about the ideas of how do we bring maybe in a forum or do something off platform, whether that's through a Discord channel, whether that's through WhatsApp groups. We will certainly explore that more as time goes on. For now, as you are new members to Restor, as you now have created accounts, you will be a part of like the email journeys, or you'll be a part of like the communication. So please keep an eye out for our community webinars. We do a lot of community webinars on different sessions where we invite our users to talk about their experiences, and then just hope that other users will kind of then make these connections and allow and facilitate for this knowledge sharing, and to really make everyone feel like they're a part of this movement, and we're at one together. So we'll continue to do that. We'll continue to explore ideas. Marina, back to you if you've got your hand up there.
Yeah, I said there were no more questions, but get to ask the question, and maybe it's a good opportunity for us to tell them about the connectivity the platform can provide. They asked, so is there any possibility to get short hands-on trainings on how to restore or sharing experiences? Would you like to input something?
Yeah, I'm actually, because we are actually partnering with the FAO, I'm just about to send like one e-learning platform from the FAO. It has like so many courses inside. I joined many of them, and they are really useful. So you can, like, there are actually more resources beside the FAO, but this one is the free one that you can access from everywhere. And you can try to find like the topics that you want, including like, for example, I joined one for the forest landscape restoration, and it was quite good.
Excellent. Yeah, thanks for that, guys. Anissa, if you just share now the screen. So we have this incredible team of regional engagement leads all over the world. So and we really we encourage you to reach out and ask for our support if you have any questions about the platform. So yeah, as you can see, we have representatives in Southeast Asia, South Asia. We have French, English, Spanish, Portuguese speaking Bahasa. We have Ruth, who I know I can see a few people on this call from Uganda who probably know Ruth, particularly from the WWF. But Ruth's work extends beyond Uganda to Eastern Africa as well. We also have Max, who speaks French, who can speak to a lot of the countries, the French-speaking countries in Western Africa as well. So please, if you have any questions, just jot down someone's email address and reach out to them, and we'd be more than happy to run through things with you guys in more details as well. And as I said before, it's such a pleasure to have you all on board. It's such a pleasure to be able to present to you guys today. And we look forward to seeing you more into some community sessions and receiving input from you guys as well as we continue to build this platform for the bottom-up practitioner implementer user base. So thank you. I hope you guys, wherever you are in the world, have a nice morning, nice lunchtime or nice evening. So it's bye from myself, Marina and Anissa. So thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.